Good morning, everybody. Are we ready? Good morning, Swood. Good morning, Mathman, Lee, Reflex, Cora, Wayne. Are we ready? Better be ready, because we're jumping straight into it. Let's go. Full team, yeah. You got a 15-minute meeting at 12. I mean, I reckon we can go fast. Can try.
Who is not ready? Let's go.
Don't think we'll finish before, but good morning, Garrus. Favorite customer.
Y'all ready?
You slept 10 hours? Damn. So you are refreshed.
I am ready.
I'm doing good, thanks, Cora. I'm doing alright. Had a fairly chill weekend, so... How is Splatoon Raiders? Wow. Why would you guys literally have signs with a freaking... I mean, it's got him crying, so that's good. I like that one. Can you... I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what it is. Can you look down? Look down! I need to get money. No money. Come here. I genuinely cannot tell what that is. I can see it's an Argentinian player. With like a gold background. Yeah, I didn't really do much this weekend. It was a chill weekend. I went out for some walks. I did some work. Played some Ark. Watched some shows. Apparently Avengers Doomsday comes out in December. So I thought, you know what, maybe it's time for me to watch through some of the series I've not watched. So I watched Black Widow, the movie. I watched WandaVision, the TV show. I watched Loki, the TV show. And I started watching Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, the movie. I'm going to try and watch the the TV shows that are like relevant, and the movies I've missed. You know. But I'm also trying to cancel my Disney Plus because I don't use it very often. Ironically. So I've only got a couple of weeks to do it. It's fun. Oh, good. I didn't really know much about Splatoon Raiders, to be honest. Forget they make this song. Yeah, it's the like song they made after the one everyone knows them for. They had an accidental 12-hour TF2 stream. Damn.
3, 2, 1.
This is a good. I like that one. I think I sent that meme to Swoon. Why is Lionel Messi giving Saddam Hussein a hiding spot? It's Enzo walking to the dressing room. Ah, right. After he got sent off. Gotcha. It looks like a golden door. It's like, is he ascending to heaven? Is he dead? Like. Will I do Gig Grind today? Yeah, we'll do one Gig Grinder. I don't really have the funds these days to really do 3 tours. Maybe every now and again. So I'll probably just do the 2 today. It also means I can help out with the twins a little bit. Yeah. Have you ever seen, I mean, I'm probably no, maybe only Wayne's the one that might have seen it, but when Chelsea lost a final, must have been FA Cup final, Carabao Cup final, and someone's recording them going up the stairs, and someone in the crowd just goes, "Unlucky Enzo, lad," and he turns around and he's about to fucking swing for him. It's so funny. It's just pure rage bait. You ink things and refill swimming in your own ammo. So, but is Splatoon Raiders different from the other Splatoons? Also, where's this 5 at? There it is. I was under the impression it was like a different style of game. Especially the BBC's highlight reel of the time just before they signed off after the battle. Oh, really? Science deserve to be sent to prison? Oh my god. Get a fucking grip, man. Man made a mistake. Excuse me.
Let's go.
We're under attack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Apparently it's Nintendo's top rated game in Metacritic now too. Wait, really? Like ever? Surely not. Because I mean, Ocarina of Time is the highest rated game on Metacritic ever. Must be on. Must mean like on Switch or something, right? Pretty sure Ocarina of Time has 98 on Metacritic or something. Raiders is PvE. Ah, okay. That's actually kind of interesting. New unusual? No, this is an unusual I unboxed actually. But the one that I normally wear is for sale, so No one got it. That's a good one. Hey, why is there 3 scouts? Sounds like is that you realize the way you react to some drivers and is the same attitude and approach you criticize of people who dislike drivers. You see the double standards, right? When people were shitting over Lando Norris, you were defending him. When people were side shitting on George Russell, you defended him. It's like you have to go against the grain. I don't think it's inexcusable. I think you're being overly dramatic. I think shit like this happens every season. In every race. And mistakes happen. Did Twitter lie to you? Maybe? I mean, I might be wrong, but as far as I know, games like Ocarina of Time have like 98 on Metacritic or something stupid. And then Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are very, very highly rated as well. Like mid to high 90s. I think, like I know Pocopia was really highly rated this year. Hi Carrie, how are you feeling? Are we feeling any better? You said you had time off work till Friday, right?
I'm giving you a bonus.
Did you mean this Friday? So you got this week off as well? What time list is nowhere there. Maybe I didn't read it properly. Cause maybe it's like the highest rated this year or something. Do I have PS3? No, I haven't watched the highlights. Take a look at this. Best games by user score of all time. Yeah, but Cory in the House is third, so it's hard to take it very seriously. It's number 3 for me. Claire Obscure, Resident Evil Requiem, Disney's Cory in the House, Silent Hill 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah. The problem with user scores is that people will like a certain game and they will start down rating other games near it. You know, the number 1 movie on IMDb for a long time was The Godfather. It's now number 2 behind Shawshank Redemption. The reason for that is that when The Dark Knight came out, lots of people wanted it to be number 1 because they really liked it. So not only did they give it perfect 10 scores, but they started rating The Godfather at 0 so that it had a chance to take over. So, while it's difficult to have, publications be unbiased, user submissions is, yeah. Some people are so sad. Absolutely. Like, you can't even just appreciate that a game or a movie is good. You have to kind of, no, I think it's better than this one, so I'm going to rate the other one 0, even though I've never watched it. You know? And to this day, Shawshank Redemption is still number 1 on IMDb. That's like a lasting thing now. So when people go on there, they're like, oh, what's the highest rated movie of all time? Shawshank Redemption. Does it deserve to be there? Possibly. Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't. It's just, you know, the reason it's there is kind of steeped in a bit of history. Would I be down to do some rock and stone sometime? Maybe. The thing with me and Deep Rock Galactic is the idea of it is always fun for me, but then when I actually play it, I don't know. Hi Carrie, you already said hello. And I asked you how you were feeling and whether you had the week off work. But hello for the second time. Hey sweet. Good morning, Pepsi Man. Thank you very much. Hopefully today is Pan Day. Would be nice. Would be a nice start to the week. Hi Muzza. Whoa, he's on a skateboard. Imagine Overwatch 2, but actually realized. Damn. So not just the same game, but trimmed down with 0 features. Isn't it crazy that Overwatch 2 doesn't actually exist anymore? Isn't that crazy? Like, Overwatch was a game, and then they shut that down for a free game called Overwatch 2. And then they were just like, you know what, fuck it. We're going to drop the 2, which is just Overwatch. On what promise? Oh, you can trust Nintendo on what they promise. Yeah, I mean, no game developer is perfect or flawless, but when it comes to delivering on what they promise and having good quality stuff, I can usually trust Valve and Nintendo. I feel like they're the only companies that haven't like majorly let me down in one way or another. And it's funny because Blizzard used to be one of those companies. Like back in the early noughties, I was always like, if I buy a Blizzard game, it's going to be high quality, it's going to get some cool expansions, it's going to be good stuff. That changed dramatically. Your issue with Deep Slop Galactic was the gameplay was so repetitive. Yeah, like, I enjoyed it, and then, I don't know, I guess I just got a little bored of it. I can't really describe what my issue was with it. Like, I'd probably be up for playing it, but then I'd probably lose interest pretty quickly. You're excited to see Overwatch 2 be dedicated to PvE when it was canned it. Yeah, I mean, it was still going to be Overwatch, like, PvP, but they were going to have a lot of PvE content, right? That was the whole point. And then all of that just got canned. You don't think it's that crazy? It's a live service game? How do you mean? With Overwatch? I mean, Overwatch existed and they could continue to have had it exist. But what they did instead was release a free game and, hey guys, it's free, so we're going to have lots of monetization. Increase the monetization. And then say the reason you were changing it was because of the number of players on each team. Say it's because they're going to add lots of PvE content and then revert the changes, and yeah, it's just... The crazy thing is that, and don't crucify me for this, I don't think Overwatch is necessarily a bad game, like in its current state. I think it can be good fun, and I think there's lots of characters. I think there's lots of potential for it, but the problem is that they've done the thing now. It's like MOBAs. It's too many characters. If you start playing now, you have a lot to learn, and it's kind of like most games, like Apex, like DBD, when you release a new character, they end up being overpowered as shit so that everyone can buy it. And then once everyone's bought it and have complained enough, then you nerf it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
5 years and
You're
3
sick leave
months
till
in
Friday,
thumbs
you're
up.
on antibiotics now, but we can slide 8%. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're improving. Got a whole week to chill. The players who bought it even get compensated. I don't even know. It's so fun you miss playing it. That's the thing, like, it's not a game where I'm like, I really don't want to play this. It's a game where I'll play for an hour or two with, like, one of my IRL friends plays it. I've known since I was a kid. And it's the kind of game where I can play it for a couple of hours, and then if I get any kind of serious in the comp side, I'll get frustrated at certain things. Mechanics and whatnot, but... I think it's fine to like a handle. No, I don't. And I think that's more emblematic of Blizzard's business practices over the past sort of 15 years. Like I said, I always trusted Blizzard as a solid company, but then, you know, I think for me it all started going a bit downhill with Diablo 3, which was a good game, but they handled things incorrectly. Good morning, Karik. It's fun with friends, we can play with yourself, Reddit, dude. Well, I mean, like... I think I can have fun in the game solo as well, personally. But for me, it's like... I will hit this down. There we go. I feel like it's one of those games where there's an irritation. Can I just not hear anything? What's going on? I'll have an irritation over something, like getting stunned, and it's like, oh damn, I got stunned. And then when it happens again, sort of 5-10 minutes later, you're like, oh, I got stunned again. And it's like, in short spurts, it's fine. But when you play consistently every day, for example, or you're playing with friends all the time or by yourself all the time to try and go up ranks and you're getting stunned all the time, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, this is really pissing me off now. I hate the fact that this exists. Zaritas, thank you so much for the 63 months. 5 years and 3 months. Thank you so much, dude. How are you doing? Hi, Nico. How's it going? That is a very cute email, actually. I like that. Where to 5? Yeah, so it's one of those things that has little irritants that kind of stack up over time. I feel like there's a lot of games that have those same things. I mean, the same thing happened to me with Apex. Same thing happens with DBD. Like, there's things in the games that irritate me a little bit. And when they keep happening, they get more and more irritating. So then I might take a break. I played a whole bunch of DBD during the event. I'm like, I'll take a little bit of a break right now. I'll wait until there's, you know, until I'm getting that craving again. I think is a healthy way to approach games. Like, don't go in feeling like you have to play a game. Go in because you want to play it. You know?
Get going! Everybody ready?
Genuinely reflex? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Stuns was just an example, but like an irritation I have is it with Overwatch is I like playing tank or support. Whenever I play comp with my friends, I usually play like Zarya or the one that throws paper to heal you, or like Zenyatta and stuff like that. But then I quite like playing DPS now and again. Like, you know, I'll dabble. Like, I'm happy to play anything. The problem is most of the DPS I like are things like Pharah. I really like Pharah. But as soon as the enemy has Cassidy Cumshot or any other hit scan character, you're just going to have a terrible time. And I get the game is supposed to be a rock, paper, scissors scenario where you're constantly changing to, you know, counter the strengths of the enemy. But every time I play Pharah, I'll get sort of 7 kills in the first couple of minutes. I'm absolutely owning, and then suddenly the entire enemy team is hit scanned and I'm having a terrible time. So then I have to switch, and then I'm like, well, I don't really like any of the other characters. I'm not a fan of how one character, like one person, one player, can be trolling or not playing like efficiently, and that just lets the entire team down. I think it's very team-based, which is a good thing, but if you don't have a full stack of people that you're playing on the same level, then one person letting the side down really makes it struggle. Yeah, so it's like I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to start playing and then ask me after a few hours. You're doing well. I'm glad to hear it, Zarita. You want to ask, have I played Bloodborne and is it worth it to emulate? I have not played Bloodborne because I don't have a PlayStation. So I've never had the opportunity to play it. However, I've hoped that it will come to PC one day. I think the copium with that is very high. So I think at this point it's probably quite unlikely that it will come to PC. And I've heard that emulation of it is getting very good. So I may end up looking to emulate it one day. But I've not done it, so I can't really say. But I've heard it's a great game. I'm a big fan of the Dark Souls games, and my favorite FromSoft games are the ones that are slightly faster, like Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro. Those are my two favorites. So I think I would like Bloodborne. I've heard that it is on the faster side. So if you like those kinds of games, then yeah, I'd say you'd probably enjoy it. Was that the red card? Wait, you got the red card. That's quality. That's 10 out of 10. I love that. I thought the crying one was good, but that's good. I like that. Hi, Yabuniku. How's it going?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, whips.
Continue playing Fire even with his scans. So yeah, I mean I get it because you have to be a little bit more stealthy and stuff like that. I suppose it's just down to playstyle and enjoyment, you know.
Brace yourselves for man up mode.
I wonder if you can give people games on the Nintendo eShop, especially from another account. I don't know whether they have gifting on Nintendo. I don't think that's a thing, right? They only just, apparently, they literally on Steam, they've only just made it so that you can gift from other regions now. It was something before where if you're from a different region, you couldn't gift games to people. And only just now, so I don't think Nintendo has that. I sold my Tossel. I mean, it's for sale. It hasn't actually sold yet. In a dream, snake eater. What a thrill. Overwatch is way too reliant on your team. Can't do well unless your team is playing well. That's the thing. Like, my issue with that is that not the idea of a team game? You know what I mean? Like, the same could be said for Counter-Strike, right? You can do pretty well and you can carry at certain points, but if your team is terrible, then there's only so much you can do, right? And I feel like a team game should be reliant on teamwork. But sometimes in Overwatch you could be playing amazingly well, and if your support is not healing the right person, then you're just, it's like, okay, well, GG, I guess. Your EP? Have a nap. Oh, yeah, because you said your old monitor died and you were thinking about getting it repaired. You said it was like a soldering issue. Have you just getting a new one? It's pretty big seeing as Steam blocks games in the UK now. Only if you don't put your, like, age verification, right? Or something. Yeah, I mean, I need the money, so I'm not too bothered. I listed a number of things on Marketplace recently. Christmas is coming up. And hopefully doing a little bit of traveling prior to Christmas, so it's the purpose of a team game. See reflex. But yeah, I get that's the purpose of a team game, but also you do want to have that feeling that, like, hey, yeah, I'm contributing. Like, I'm doing, you know what I mean? It's a fine balance, and I feel like sometimes in Overwatch it feels unnecessarily like rough. Wasn't sure what the issue was, but just got a new one instead. If I can fix it, I'll use it a second and get rid of it. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm real, sweet, I'm real. Please. There is a spy on my sentry, sweet help. So you've got a new monitor. Well, I'm the engineer, so I should know that we don't have two-way. You ready for CeeJaey? Yeah, I should be ready like pretty much on the dot. 6 our time. Unless my meeting overruns, which usually doesn't. If anything, it could end earlier, so we'll see. Toe atch. Oh! Isn't Ice 9 Kills one of the things that did a partnership with DVD recently? Pretty sure there was some like crossover. You got the buster for me? Thanks, man. You got a 1440 POLED. Holy. This guy with the new monitor. The buster's gonna come up here, by the way. Watch out. Watch out, team. Protect. That's it. Keep it up. Yeah, that's it. Huge players. Protectors of the realm.
I'm moving this. Moving out.
Once your song gets played, Nico, then you can request another one.
Backing up. There wasn't getting any lighter.
Ice Nine Kills has done a lot of songs. I themes, games, and movies. Oh, okay. I'd never heard of them until I saw them pop up in the DVD store. I was like, oh. So it's Smash Mouth? Oh, can you imagine being chased by Shrek and that's the chase theme? Somebody wants to... When DVD stream again, so you can help on the Survivor shenanigans. I don't know when I'm on stream DVD again. I don't know. I'm gonna stream the Mermaid Mask tomorrow. I need to finish that. The detective game. Then I was thinking this week I'd do a little cheeky playthrough of Ocarina of Time. The remake is coming out later this year. And I don't know. I'm feeling a chill vibe. It's gonna sound weird, but I've got a lot of stuff going on with like work and stuff. And the twins being here and shit. So I just kind of want to play through a game that I've already played through and that I know. So I can just chill, you know? There we go. Wayne's not seen it before. He's going to watch the greatest masterpiece of all gaming history. Literally the greatest game of all time. So, yeah. I thought I'd just do a chill playthrough of that. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to take a look at what other games are... I will see how it goes. So yeah, in terms of the next DVD stream, I don't know. We'll see. There's 2v8 coming up soon, so I'll probably do some streams with Swoop for 2v8. And there's Chaos Shuffle and stuff like that, so I'll probably do some stuff here and there. 8 years will be by the end of the year, right? Left 4 Dead 2 mods can do that, that's true. There is a scout running away. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, I could do that at some point, Lee, but I just wanted to do something chill. And seeing as Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time are all on the Virtual Console and Switch, as is Wind Waker now, I thought I could do some chill Zelda gameplay. Just something that I don't even need to think about. Liza P. Seamless? We could definitely do that at some point. I would love to do that. That is an email I've not seen for a long time, Smelliot. It's been a while since I've seen that. Yeah, I've got lots of stuff to play through at the moment. Gonna be plenty of content. There's like Yakuza 3, we got The Walking Dead Definitive Edition. There's a whole bunch of games. But I just kind of wanted something not new. There's also Luigi's Mansion, like the OG one. On the GameCube Switch thing. think the only thing you've seen from Ocarina is the moon from Team Fabulous 2. Wrong. The moon is from Majora's Mask. So Ocarina of Time was the... Okay. Ocarina of Time was the first N64 game. Came out in '98. And then Majora's Mask is essentially a direct sequel. Came out a couple of years later, so they both are on the N64 engine. So we'll definitely play both of those, and you can see them. They are my favorite games. I kind of deviate between the two as which one is my favorite, but yeah. You got 8 keys, should you gamble all of them for Australian minigun? You haven't played MvM before. The thing is, if there's a particular item you want, playing MvM does not guarantee you getting a particular drop. You're not guaranteed to get an Australian, and you're not guaranteed to get a particular Australian. So I would say if there's if you want an Australian minigun, then trade and save up for it, because even if you get an Australian, it might not be one of the ones you want.
Everybody ready?
Yeah, playing just for the loot is not a good idea. Play the game because you enjoy it. Look at the loot as a bonus, otherwise you're probably going to end up disappointed.
Here they come.
Okay, go on.
4, 3, 2.
Did I see the clip of an Argentinian collection running Argentinians and tour users who were speaking Argentine? I saw that, and it was highlighting, like, it did like a football team's worth of players of all the people who are the biggest, like, offenders. Can you use that one? Which I think is stupid. There were literally people in Argentina who believed that the final was rigged. They're like, why did they do this? Why didn't they have any shots? It's like, because Spain were better and you couldn't get the ball. There was someone saying that the substitutions didn't make sense. Why didn't they bring on Lautaro Martinez? It was like, oh, maybe because they used all of their subs already to bring on defenders because they were playing like pussies. But yeah. It's, people are dumb. Probably was rigged and they still was. Delusional bozos? Absolutely. The thing is, to be purely objective, Argentina have had a very easy routes in both of the last couple of World Cups. And they've had stuff go their way, right? But in this World Cup in particular, the most recent one, the only team they had to play in like the top 30 or something was England. excuse me, England probably should have won that game, but they just didn't play very well. And I think that's a mentality thing with England. I think a lot of the players, I think they lack a player that is able to control the midfield. Bellingham's one of the best midfielders in the world, but he's not the guy that's going to control the game. He's not going to control the tempo. And England don't have that kind of player. So when they went 1-0 up and their manager starts making defensive substitutions, you just lose, you know. So it was bad from multiple aspects. And I think it was an England choke, really. But then, you know, it is what it is. But then they come up against Spain, who people are still underestimating, right? I don't understand why. They winning that the grand final, winning the World Cup final, meant that they broke the record for most undefeated games in a row in history. Like, they're a team that controls games. Their weakness is not being able to, you know, score all the time, you know. So you end up in a situation where they control games, but the only reason they don't win is because, you know. Okay. No Gachi, thank you. Yeah, basically, Argentina got outplayed. That's it. And they can't cope with that. Kabasi died from ill contact. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even FIFA turned around and said that that goal should not have been disallowed. The funny thing is that Otamendi grabbed like the other foot to which he got stepped on. And yeah, it should have stood. But the fact that it didn't even go to VAR is ridiculous. The thing is, Otamendi is one of the biggest shits. In a league game last season, he was lifting up his shirt in front of Vinicius because he has a tattoo of the World Cup like on his stomach, and he was like pointing it to Vinicius. He's like a dirty player, but then he's also like dives and he's just chat shit all the time. So there's like a clip of him ranting at Rodri straight after the game. Rodri's just walking away and Otamendi's like yelling at him. And apparently Otamendi was saying, this is because you chat so much shit about the referees. Like, they side with you. He was like, brother, what? And there's a picture of Rodri looking at Otamendi, and somebody's taken two pictures like side by side. It's like when you're talking to the psycho on the tube or something like that. You know, you don't like Gachi? I mean, I've done song requests for God knows how many years, and I get people do meme songs, and it's like, oh haha, the 6-7 song, oh haha, the Kappa song. But it gets to a certain point, like, do we really want to sit here and listen to 5 minutes of a guy going, I'm coming, cock, balls? Like, it just gets a little bit boring. Like, I feel like the novelty has worn off. You know what I mean? The crackhead that won't leave you alone in the pub. Exactly, exactly. He's just such a shit. I've never liked him as a player. Didn't like him when he was at Valencia. Didn't like him when he was at City. Didn't like him when he's played for Argentina. Just a dirty player.
That air wasn't getting any lighter.
Barbecue bacon burger. Yeah, I remember this was shortly after COVID, and I was like walking. I used to go walking early in the mornings, right? I get up at like 6 a.m. and go and walk 10K, and I remember going along past this large gardens, like these parks. And there was a guy there, and he was clearly pissed at like 6 a.m. And he started ranting to me about how COVID COVID was real, but it was created by the government to reduce population and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard this before, you know. And then he started talking about how the governments are doing it because they want less people, because they're going to take all the people who survived COVID, right? This was like step one. There's going to be multiple of these viruses. And the humans that survived all the viruses that the governments were going to unleash were going to be like genetically superior, you know? And they were going to be the ones that get taken to the new planet. And I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, the new planet where they're creating a replica of Earth made out of titanium. And if you look in the sky at the right time, at the right angle, you can see the titanium version of Earth. And that version of Earth is where all the genetically superior people who survive all the viruses are going to go. And he was telling me this, and he kept saying, I'm not drunk, by the way, while he was holding a can of Monster and he was waving it at me like that was proof that he wasn't drunk, even though every time he waggled it like that, I could smell the vodka wafting out of the can, and I could see the like sea of empty tinnies right behind him. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, that's something. Take me to the new planet. The Titan Earth plan. Yeah. Guy was just spitting facts. He was just trying to enlighten me, you know. The journey juice. Conspiracy theories make dumb people feel smart because they think they know things the majority of people. Yeah. Exactly. That's what it is. It's like a I know and you don't kind of thing. This was when I lived in Chester. There was also a Flat Earth Society there. And remember when Pokemon Go was popular? This was pre-COVID, because I stopped playing when COVID happened. Which was 10 years ago I stopped playing it. No, 10 years ago it came out. My bad. Anyway, I remember doing there was like a community day, and I'd made some friends playing the game. So I remember meeting up with a bunch of them, and sort of we'd sit in the pub and there it is. I remember sitting in the pub, and then we'd go to a raid, and then we were all stood in a circle. There was like 7 or 8 of us, 6, 7 of us, and we were all on our phones doing this raid. And this guy came over to us, random guy, I would say 40s, 50s maybe, and he said, "Oh, you having a phone party?" We were like, "Haha, yeah." He's like, "Do you guys think I could borrow one of your phones so I can show you something?" I said, "What?"
The final wave.
And then one of the guys went, how about you tell us what you want to show us, and then we'll look it up on our phone. He was like, okay, and Google, and it was something to do with Brighton Pier or Blackpool Tower or something. And one of the other guys went, oh, it's supposed to be evidence of flat earth, right? You're a flat earther. This guy was like, no, I'm just telling you guys the truth. You guys are fucking ignorant if you don't believe me. And he starts just ranting at us. He was so, like, we were just like, dude, just get the hell out of here. Like, we're just stop bothering us. And he was just like, you guys just ignorant. You're ignorant to the truth. You guys, we were like, we're smarter than you, go away. And he was just like, I don't need a degree to pray. He was just ranting. You're like, dude, shut the fuck up. Yeah, this 6-7 shit. Definitely. Appropriate music for the final way. Like, I'm someone who I will like listen to ideas. I will be open to having my mind changed. And there are certain things that I believe, you know, could be true. Stuff, you know, all sorts of things. But do that on the basis of evidence. Don't do it on the basis of, I think this and I'm smart because I think it. Because it's different from the mainstream. Like Wayne said, you know. It's a reason for some dumb people to feel smart because they think they know something that the rest of the world doesn't. I wanted to do a Gale playthrough of Elden Ring because I'd found a design for him using like the crossbow and the spells, but I don't think I'd finished my Frida one yet. So I genuinely thought that was Sweet for a second because he just stood there and stared at me, and I was like, oh, it's Sweet. The thing flat. Why is it flattering together with real point? Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, do that, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. You see all these people posting stuff about like their evidence. One of the best documentaries was called Beyond the Curve, I think it's called, on Netflix, and it was talking to flat earthers about you know, flat earth, about their thoughts and whatnot, and like this guy, or like the vast majority of the people were outcasts in one way or another. Maybe they had no friends in high school, and you know, they went a bit too deep on looking for friends on forums. And the thing is with conspiracy theorists is that if you acknowledge their ideas, agree with them, then you're going to be welcomed in that community because they're like, hey, another person who's going to agree with my ideas. So you're welcomed, you know? So these people who've never really been welcomed into a social group in their lives because they were unpopular at school, or they lack social skills and they've never really kind of progressed into that sort of making friends, making relationships kind of phase in their life, become a little bit more eager to accept ideas that maybe they wouldn't normally, because these people are very welcoming, and the people are welcoming because they want more people to adhere to their ideas. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you end up in a situation where these people will, I guess, become radicalized. These people become radicalized because they want to they'll start believing more and more crazy stuff. And this guy who was really the focus of the documentary, or one of the focuses. Sorry if you can hear shouting. That's my niece. She's probably been told she can't have a snack because it's lunchtime in half an hour, and she royally kicks off. So, and this guy was kind of just saying, you know, he looked at these things, went to a meeting, everyone was really welcoming, blah, blah, blah. And he became kind of like the spearhead. It's not like flat earth people have a leader, but he was kind of the spearhead, became a bit of a celebrity, was writing books about it and shit like that. And he was being interviewed by a number of different people. One of the people interviewing him said, if there was irrefutable evidence that showed you that the earth is not flat, the earth is in fact spherical, and that you are wrong, would you come out and admit that you're wrong? And he sat there and he thought about it for a bit, and he went, I'm too far deep in now to renege on those ideas. So they're not even looking for the truth. As much as these conspiracy theorists like to spout off that they're looking for the truth, they want the truth. When they find the truth, they want to ignore it because they don't want to be part of the collective. They want to be part of some superior, in their eyes, minority. You know, there was another group that did the thing where if you hang a pendulum and it will go back and forth, and essentially if you leave it there, then it will show that the Earth will rotate. They did this multiple times. They did this using all these different equipment. They spent 20 grand on the equipment, which gave them the scientific answer. And still they denied it. They said that it was angel rays from the universe interfering. So again, you do a scientific, this is something that you should be celebrating. These people are, seeking the truth. But when they find the truth and it doesn't adhere to their ideas, they come up with these crackpot theories of angel rays interfering. You know what I mean? Interfering my Mario 64 cartridge. There was another one where they did like a hole through a pole, and the idea is that if you shine a laser through it at a far enough distance, because of the curvature of the Earth, it won't line up. And it didn't line up. And these people were like, holy shit, what? They again found an excuse to like change. It's always a reason. There's always some sort of thing.
Let's give this soup can help.
Yeah, exactly. The best one is when people do triangles. Like, did you know that these 3 landmarks create a triangle? This was designed by aliens. Bro, any 3 points will create a triangle. What are you talking about? That's basic mathematics. I learned that when I was in primary school. If you draw lines through any 3 points, it makes a triangle. I ain't got no rockets. Government. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree that some of these people are probably government people to keep everyone arguing, but yeah.
Sound off if you're ready. I am ready. That was getting heavy. I'm moving this. There wasn't getting any lighter.
We're under attack. Protect this facility.
Thanks, Doc.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, thirsty. Wait. Luke Combs. I'm pretty sure that guy was in Scotland when me and Jubats arrived to Edinburgh in June. We got there, I kid you not, every other person, like 50% of the people there, were wearing cowboy hats. And I was like, is that a I've never been to Scotland. Is that a thing? Why is everyone wearing cowboy hats? Women were wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots. The men were wearing flannel shirts and cowboy hats. There were stalls selling cowboy hats. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And apparently it's because that guy was playing a show in Edinburgh on the day that we arrived. It's a very odd thing to arrive to. I mean, Edinburgh, Texas. I always thought country music was mostly just like an American thing. Didn't realize people outside of America listen to it. The use joke is supposed to be because stuff like a global elite sounds the same. It's presented as laser controlling your thoughts. Sort of lobbying a politician. Oh yeah, exactly. Like the idea that there is one one group that is controlling the entire world. I don't believe that. I don't believe that people are that fucking organized. Do I believe that there are, like, you know, the rich elites who are paying lots of money to control and lobby politicians? I mean, there's evidence for that. Of course it's fucking happening, you know. Like, and some of the conspiracy theories are so fucking dumb. Like, there's one where people believe that Finland doesn't exist. Have you heard this one? There are people who believe that Finland doesn't exist. Finland is, in fact, a giant lake in between Sweden and Russia. Anyone who's claims to have visited Finland has actually just visited part of Sweden. And Finland was just created as a conspiracy theory. It was created because, you know, it makes Russia look bad that they were losing a war in a place, like all of this stuff. Hi, Beanie. You have a friend who says they're from Finland, but you don't believe them? So where do you think they're from? Actually real that Valve conspires to give us a go. That's true, yeah. That's actually legit. They have our faces on a drawing board with pins in it. Do not give pans to these guys. This is isn't this Zeramus from Final Fantasy IV?
Protect Manco.
Make sure he's missing this one. Earth? But what country on Earth, Beanie? Classic conspiracy theorist, struggling. Struggling when he's backed into a corner. I mean, I thought it was a conspiracy theory that people dipped their pizza in mayonnaise, but here we are! We learn new things every day. Taken for a fishing trip. I have tried it, and I think it's not great. It's not the worst thing I've ever eaten. I like pizza and I like mayonnaise, but I don't want to dip my pizza in mayonnaise. I had pizza yesterday, actually. I thought we should do. What kind of pizza? It was a barbecue chicken stone-baked pizza from Tesco, which was free because if you have Tesco Club Card, you got a voucher last week, I think it was. You could get a free pizza. Barbecue bacon pizza. They didn't have any spicy sausage, I'm sorry. Do you know what mayo is really nice? Kewpie mayo. I think it's Korean. I got it when I made a sushi bake. If you guys remember that from years ago. Kewpie mayo, oh, it's so good. I think I had some on chips, Sweet, when I was there last year. I also had a gelatini, that's the name of the brand, a peanut ice cream bar. It's like a Snickers ice cream bar, except it's cheaper. Is you're a mayo hater? Because your opinion is. I'm not a mayo hater. I like mayonnaise. I actually really like mayonnaise. I've tried a lot of different types of mayonnaise. We always have spicy mayo in our fridge as well. I like spicy mayo. Spicy mayo is nice. Heinz do a lot of weird mayos these days. They do like barbecue mayo, mustard mayo. Not tried those. The Kewpie mayo is it's very good. It's going to be a little bit more pricey, and you probably only find it in a Korean store or an Asian food store, and it's a bit richer. But it's really tasty. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, it's just like the idea of dipping in the mayo. I don't know. I love mayonnaise. Don't get me wrong, but I want to taste the pizza. I want to taste the tomato sauce or the barbecue sauce. You know? I want to taste the garlic, the onions. I want to taste the spiciness. I want to taste the flavors. I feel like dunking in mayo. All I taste is mayo. That's my experience from doing it. Now, when I get a Domino's pizza, which I haven't done for a long time now, do I dip it in the garlic and herb sauce? I do, yeah. Because that's a little thinner than a thick mayo. Mayo is spicy for Beanie. Bless. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the mayonnaise. I forgot about that. I don't know. What's like an S tier condiment for you guys? Something I really like is mustard. Hi Stabs, how's it going? Mustard is good. I do a nice meal with tuna, cottage cheese, and mustard. You could put some veggies in there like tomatoes, lettuce, cucumber, sweet corn. I usually put peas. But then I put a big teaspoon of English mustard. Not American mustard, because that's just like ketchup but yellow. I'm talking the spicy shit. Give me some Coleman's English mustard. S tier what? Condiments. Like sauces. Garlic sauce is good, yeah. Give me a nice alioli. Garlic mayo. Is this Twinces? Yeah, this is Twin Princes. Moroccan hummus? Is that a... is that condiment? It's a misspelt word, that's for sure. S tier for different dishes? That's true. Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is very... It depends on what I'm having it with. Spicy mayo is good. I do love spicy mayo on most things. I've misinterpreted. Like you can get like a Nando's, well they call it Perinese, don't they? Spicy mayo, that's nice. When I lived with Cloudy, we used to have so many of those. Oh, sriracha is also good. I have sriracha on my omelets. Make like a 3-egg omelet with some ham or chorizo inside, and sriracha on top. It's good stuff. You also have sriracha mayonnaise. But usually like the pure stuff. You miss Nando's? Do they not have Nando's in Poland? watched a YouTube documentary about why there's barely any McDonald's in Africa. That was interesting.
Get to an upgrade station.
I'm not going to tell you why. You guys have to watch the video. I think there's only 3 countries which have McDonald's in Africa, whereas things like KFC and Burger King are pretty much everywhere. You don't like the sriracha taste, but it's good in combination. Mm. There's a really nice sriracha sauce that I make when I do what I call a sriracha chicken. It's like a full-on Chinese. But you add soy sauce and some cornstarch and stuff. You make like a really thick sauce. It's really nice. Do that with some chicken, spring rolls, which you can make with phyllo pastry, and fried rice. Max? What's Max? No Nando's and no Wagamama's. I think I've only ever been to Wagamama's twice in my life. First time when I was about 16. Some things need a spicy zing to it and something a little creamy hug to round it all up. Yeah. KFC's better than McDonald's? What's your basis for that? I mean, like, I don't eat a lot of fast food. And even when I was eating fast food, when I was being lazy, KFC wasn't something I got regularly, but it's nice. Don't get me wrong. But it's just chicken, right? Whereas McDonald's, you can also get chicken. You can get beef burgers, you can get a lot of stuff. The burger place in Sweden? Oh, okay. See, if you want really nice burgers, you got Five Guys. Five Guys is really nice. However, they're really expensive. So. And then it comes down to, what are you eating for? Are you eating because it's convenient? Then go for the place that's cheap, in my opinion. Are you going out for a nice, delicious burger? Then go to a restaurant or a pub, which will probably be the same price, but it'll be actually nicer. Mm. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I think it's very relative as to what your purpose is, you know? Last time I had Five Guys was when I was in Toronto in March, right? And it was freezing cold. I just landed, right? I'd been on a flight for 8 hours. We went into our Airbnb. I fell asleep for a couple of hours, woke up, and we were just like, we just want to get some food. We don't have anything in the place because we haven't gone shopping yet. It's late. And there was a Five Guys nearby. So it was like, let's go get a burger and some fries. We got a burger each, we shared some fries, and it was nice. But most of the time, home cooking stuff is always going to be better. If you're doing it for value, then easily. But if you want to go out for a nice meal, then go to a restaurant or a nice local pub or something like that. And they'll do a burger that is, you know, nice. Fresher. This isn't last mission, is it? No.
Man up, ladies. Give 'em hell, boys.
Final wave. 5, 4, 3,
Shut the fuck up, Swood.
1.
5 guys doing serious damage to your guns. You never had a good experience with muck delivery? Wish you missed Mustang Call. So when I lived up north, I used to get McDonald's now and again. Cloudy loves McDonald's. It's his favorite like fast food place. So he would get it fairly regularly. And the only thing I really like from McDonald's is the milkshakes. That's it. I actually really like the milkshakes. They're really nice. But everything else is just kind of like, it's okay, it's nice. But I would get it on Uber Eats. And a couple of times I had the wrong, like I specifically order a milkshake and they didn't have a milkshake in there. They'd replace it with a Coke. I remember I would like say to Uber Eats, hey, they brought me the wrong drink, and they just refund the whole thing. So. Exactly, Jackie, that's my point. Like that's an issue these days, is that fast food was supposed to be cheap and convenient. You go in, you order a burger, and it's ready for you straight away. You get fries, you get like an entire meal. It's gonna fill you up, and it's relatively cheap. But nowadays, that's not the case. So if you're going to be spending that much money, you may as well go to a restaurant or something, you know? You started playing the Automata, which you go to. Oh, nice. Let me know what you think. I really like that. One of my favorite series. You know, it's bad when even the McDonald's CEO himself doesn't eat the food. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think our food's necessarily bad. Like, it's just basic. It's just a burger, fries, like it can be tasty stuff, but I'm not paying a premium price for basic food, you know. AFK for loot? Yeah, sure. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I don't want to pay a premium price for something I'm doing because it's convenient and cheap and like supposed to be cheap. Well, fast food places have raised prices. Time to make your own food. But that's the thing. If I'm always going to make my own food. That's the point, Scamman. I don't think anyone's saying that they would always eat fast food. The clue is in the name, fast food. I'm always going to cook my own meals, like 99% of the time, right? Because it's cheaper, it's healthier, and I'm at home. I'm not going to order food. However, if I'm out in town with some friends and we want to go and get some food, but you know we're going to freaking I don't know, going somewhere, you just want to pick up a meal and eat it. I'm not going to whip out my crock pot and my portable stove and start making a curry in the middle of the motorway. Like, you know what I mean? So you're supposed to go somewhere for convenience. But, yeah, like Monster Hunter.
3,
So if the prices are going up to that amount, then it's no longer really feasible or convenient for me. Like an example would be when Cloudy, Toast, and Fizzy and I were hanging out. We were in town. We've been doing a bunch of stuff. We were going to go watch the football later. We had a booking for going bowling, going to like a quiz and stuff like that. And we were in town and we needed some food. So it was like, did we go to a fast food place? No, there was a food fair nearby. We went there and I got some Philly steak fries. Basically a Philly cheesesteak, but on fries. And I thought, oh, it's like a nice little food truck. This will be something convenient and easy to eat. It cost me 15 quid. I feel like I got ripped off, you know? Would I rather have gone home and cooked? Of course. Would I rather have gone out to a restaurant and spent 15 quid on having probably a nicer meal? Of course. But due to time being a factor and location being a factor, we went with something that was intended to be cheap and convenient. Thank you for the gift, Submas. I appreciate it. Motherfuckers be like, I got a meeting, then request I vow to the Exactly, Jackie. That's the kind of the point I'm trying to make, and that I feel like when I was still living with Cloudy, and we would order takeaways now and again, you know, we stopped going to things like McDonald's and places like that, and we'll get it from local kebab shops because it's cheaper. I could get a kebab wrap with sort of chicken and lamb with as many veggies as I wanted, get a side of fries, and still have change out of a tenner, which is not really possible from McDonald's nowadays. As I think this should be the UK anthem. What do you think? I don't have an opinion. Maybe it will be if we ever get rid of the royal family. Simple cheese pizza. How big are we talking? Like a mini one like that? Or just like a regular size?
3, 2, 1.
Lost healing privileges for that? What do you mean? At some point, we may no longer have a royal family, right? So then having an anthem called God Save the King / Queen would be pointless? Regular 26? That's pretty good. For €4, that's a bargain. Yeah, local places are better most of the time. Are you going to get the same level of quality every time? Not necessarily. But, yeah. They're not unpatriotic scenarios.
You have destroyed all vitals.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Normally when you're a small operation, you go for a simple menu because then you're not going to get inundated with crazy amounts of stuff to do, you know? You don't need to buy lots of ingredients. But yeah, I haven't ordered anything from a takeaway in a long time from around here. So we have Domino's, we have Pizza Hut, we have KFC. I could probably get McDonald's. It'd probably have to come in from town. Burger King as well. But I don't know what I would do in terms of a local place, to be honest. You have no hardware to play TF2. That sucks. Gotta get yourself some. When you can get new banknotes, are you gonna get them for me? Are you gonna ask nicely? Wait, why would we get new ones? We just got new ones. And birds on the back too. I'll always keep an eye out. My parents go on a cruise in September, so I don't know where the fuck they're going, but I'll ask them to keep an eye out for money, I guess. You played Nier before, but you quit off the product because you sucked. Just fishing to get pod mods? Oh, nice. But don't forget to play through the game multiple times to get the true ending. It's a lot of content. Can I get you the Mandate of Heaven? Might be a tall order, but put some feelers out for me. $5,000 might be better to take a break. It's up to you, really. Life is short. I say, do what you enjoy. As long as it doesn't interfere with you, you know, progressing your life in any way. Games can be fun thing to have as part of your life, you know. As long as it's not interrupting with, you know, school or work or family, any responsibilities that you have, then, like, doesn't matter how many hours you spent on a game over the years. Like, if you're at school and your grades are failing because all you're doing is spending 10 hours a day playing video games, that's a problem. If, you know, you're getting warnings from work because you're always tired because you're playing video games till 5 a.m., that's a problem. If you're, you know, I don't know, wife is looking after the baby all the time and you're not going shopping or doing any cooking because you're playing video games all day, that's a problem. Like, life responsibilities come first. But as long as you are attending to your life's responsibilities, whatever they happen to be, they're different for every person, you know, then why does it matter how you spend your free time? Whether that's playing video games or going to the movies or, you know, going to watch your favorite local sports team, you know? Who cares? I think all of the achievements are attainable, like, at any point in the game, so I wouldn't worry too much about trying to do them in any particular order. Just trying to enjoy the game, I guess. I was reportedly lost some idea of having after missing 2 credits. Is this the music from The Goat? The best? Do you have any 9 less words you're thinking about? Nameless K? See you later, Jackie. Have a nice day. Thanks for hanging out. Thinking of abdicate. What? Death, just weird. Red card? I ain't getting a red card. No. You can't do this to me. I haven't done anything. Why do you insist on having your crotch in front of the camera? Ugh. He was hungry. I think the house is on fire. Hi Danny, how's it going? Started your day tilting in Belfast. Oh no. Is that the latest Battlefield? I genuinely lose track of what's the latest, like, Call of Duty and Battlefield. It is. Okay.
Sentry Buster has entered the area. Another sentry buster has entered the area.
But
Everybody ready?
To an upgrade station before they return. I'm giving you a bonus.
I cannot wait.
I don't know. The scene CeeJaey sound for crossbow? Yeah. The J stands for just die because he. No! Fake news! Propaganda! Not real. Never happened.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
If you believe everything Denial says, I never hit a crossbow on him, and I also broke his ribs at hand from beating the shit out of him. I did not assault anyone. Okay. Okay. This is all you'll be hearing from my lawyers. Yeah, lawyers. Plural. Multiple. Just the drama about people and making stuff up about me, Karen. I'm your lawyer. What? Then defend me. What's the weather over by you? The weather is hot. Like mid to high 20s. It's not as bad as when it was like mid to high 30s a couple of weeks ago, but it's still warm. See it? Yeah, heat waves are coming back. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the temperature's supposed to be this week. So it's going to get up to 31 on Wednesday. Then it'll go back down again. You got up to 42? I think the most we had was like 36, 38, something like that. Wait. It's prediction time. Time flies. Angry Boss here, just in time for the Gamba Classic. You think I'm going to get going to pan? Yeah. Definitely. Did I see another pan dropped yesterday? I did not. Can't believe 2 pans are going to drop back to back. Because I'm getting one now. You voted with 0? Nice. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of pans lately. Golden pan drop to the Solar Cinder. It would go hard. Imagine if it drops just as it goes plin, plin, plon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Why do I hate Poland? It's Poland who hates gambling. If you live in Poland, Denmark, Sweden, Netherlands, Belgium, you cannot gamble on Twitch. Time to see if you're bad luck. No. You didn't play last week, right? Didn't get one then. Even though we don't really use the points here for anything other than redeeming things. Some people use them for redeeming entry into, like, giveaways and shit like that. So essentially it is gambling, right? Lin, long. Walking in my footsteps, just miss. I never missed arrows. They used to talk about my arrow accuracy. People used to make videos saying, oh, holy shit, crossbow, more like sea bow. And it was videos. Don't shake your head. I never missed. It took 2 decades. Nah, man, my flicks were insane. I'd be hitting air arrows, saving people's lives. This is what you get, chat. You dedicate your craft to playing the only support class in the game. You heal your teammates, your friends for years. You help them win, and this is what they do. You try and rewrite history. They lie about you. You did a save last week, and something just a little bit too slow. Yeah. Filled up quick this week. 1 million points, C down, shirtless to I'm not doing that, angry. Stay humble. What is it Muhammad Ali said? When you're as great as I am, it's hard to be humble. I'm running flickering. That's a good one. I like that. Hi Grease, how's it going? Here we go. I got loads of quick endings I haven't used. Six and 2. Woo! Dog shit. Pure, unadulterated dog shit. Scattergun's not bad. 3 boxes. Pan. Oh! Huge! Believers win! Black box is really good. And we're back to 6 and 2. That's even more dog shit than mine. Heaven was mandated. A Poco Fist and okay, Islander's not bad. Believers. Hell yeah. Alright, I need to pee. And I also need to grab a drink. So if anyone wants to play expert, now is the time to get in the lobby. But I will be right back. What a spot? Yeah, jump in. You got time. I'm just going to go get some water and... BRB? Oh wait, you guys can't hear music by BRB. Tell you what, I'll do this and this. Sorry about that, chat. My neighbor was talking to me. She locked herself out of her house. So yeah. Did that thing where you leave the keys on the inside of the door and then close the door.
Go, go, go!
I mean, she is a very, very old woman, so I think excuses can be made for her. But she was just yapping to me. Guess how much? So she's had to have the locks replaced, right? Guess how much it cost? You asked to break down the door? No. It happened earlier. And she was just downstairs. I was like, oh, hello, what are you doing? And she was explaining. And the guys have already just done it. Apparently it costs 400 quid. 400 pounds. For, I guess, the job of replacing the locks and everything. 400? That seems insane to me. She can't hear very well, so, you know, being old and everything. So I had to yell. Yeah, ours are the same. The thing is, the worst thing is if you leave the key on, like in the lock on the inside and then close it, then even if you have a spare key, you can't open it as long as there's a key in the lock. Yeah, unfortunate. And the twins were kicking off, so I was trying to do my juggling act. But everything is fine. I'm thirsty. You dad. You know what? Why don't you go and do it then, Wayne? You and Kareem can team up and go and beat up a 90-plus-year-old woman. Right? She won't hear you come in. Because I was talking to her when I was behind her and she couldn't hear a single thing.
Protect the facility.
She got a bandage on her wrist from when she fell over. Covered in bruises because she's always bumping into stuff. So, easy job. There you go. What? Hi, Arthur Morgan. I haven't seen you in ages. I'm not skinny, I'm buff. I did not get TB. I just stopped eating. Stopped eating my own body weight in food every day. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's kind of crazy that one thing I've noticed is my back feels a lot better because I've been trying to work on my posture, and I guess if you start building up other muscles and working on stretching and stuff, then like my back hurts a lot less, my bad knee hurts a lot less because I guess my legs are getting stronger, so yeah. It's kind of, you notice general health getting a lot better. Still losing my hair though. Don't think I can do anything about that.
I'm giving you a bonus. You must defend it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are on the right side. Hello, Reflex. How was your trip to the grocery store? Was it eventful? Was it successful? You got to bring the basket when you had your second stop. What do you mean? The basket hasn't hit the second stop. It's terrible. Oh, so you mean you went into the next store, but you didn't pick up a basket to... Right, okay. I'm with you. But you meant, like, you left your purchases from the first store somewhere and didn't take them to the next one. Because that would have sucked.
Protect Mango. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's still a spy around here. Gap.
You have killed all the spies.
One medic just wouldn't drop down. Good. Get to an upgrade station. Hi, Fire. It's going pretty well, thanks. How are you doing? How was your weekend? You built a Lego Game Boy, that's pretty cool. Is that one of the new releases that they did? I swear I saw a picture of them somewhere. Ba-ba-dum. Takes me back to being like 10 years old and just playing Mario, you know. Just chilling. Just playing some Mario. Vibing. Like a different era, because when I was a kid you played a game, right, and if you got stuck that was it. Like, you had to work it out, you know. The only way to find the answer outside of working out for yourself was to buy a strategy guide. So you were payable behind progress if you weren't good enough. These days you can find out the frickin' perfect route for a game and how to get all the achievements before the game's even frickin' released. It's like you were 5 when you played Mario. I can't believe you were. I was 5 when you. I mean, Mario 64 came out in '96. I would have been 8. Paper game guides. Yeah, you had to buy it. The only other guide I had, I got some free with a magazine subscription I used to get. To get N64 magazine. But then I remember buying the Pokemon one because I wanted to know what moves the Pokemon learned when you got to certain levels. People called up Nintendo and they helped you. Yeah, but apparently that was terrible. My friend did it once, and he was playing Ocarina of Time, and he called them up and was like, "Where do I find the slingshot?" And they just said it's in the Deku tree and hung up. No Nintendo Power? No, I had. I remember I used to get the official Nintendo magazine sometimes. The subscription I had was for N64 magazine. It was these ones. And then they changed to Nintendo NGC when it was Nintendo GameCube. That was Nintendo Power. And then you had that one, which was official Nintendo. But yeah, I used to go this one. I still have all of these. I think I have every single GameCube one, I think. And I have a lot of ones from the N64 era. I still have them. So if anyone wants to buy them, let me know. Any collectors out there? Where are we going? You're on your way to Cold Town. It's cool that it comes with a couple of different cartridges, though.
Cannot wait. Go, go, go!
Oh, yeah, the guy, I was at a store asking about, like, this guy would buy stuff, old consoles and stuff. Holy shit! So I have a Game Boy Advance SP, right? That I got for free from Nintendo. I've told this a lot, so apologies if you've heard it before. But back in the day, you used to be able to... You would get a little leaflet inside your game box, and it would have a code, and you redeem it for stars. And the stars were different values depending on what you just bought. So if it was a console, you'd get like 500 stars. If it was a game, it would be 100 stars, or whatever. Then you could redeem those stars on the Nintendo website for things like desktop backgrounds and shit like that. You know, worthless stuff. But every so often, they'd actually have real things on there. And once they had a Game Boy Advance SP, which was a Kingdom Hearts limited edition version. And it came with a Kingdom Hearts game and the GBSP, which is the clamshell one. I was talking to... I went to this new store that opened up in town. And I was asking about whether this guy could fix my old Switch. Whether he'd be interested in buying it. And I mentioned about the Game Boy Advance SP, and he said it's probably worth a bit. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably look up how much that is. There's one on eBay for £700. That's fully boxed. There's unboxed for $350, $450. I still have the box somewhere. And the game. The console's had a lot of use, but Everything else should be in good condition, so I need to dig that out. Seven somewhere. We got it.
I'm giving you a bonus.
It's a nice collection to have. You saw Joe's long ago. Same with Donald Duck. It takes so much space there. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't really want the magazines anymore. They take a lot of space. So if I could find someone who'd want to buy the whole collection, that'd be great. Because I could just get rid of it all. But most people are looking for individual copies. Honestly, I just need to list it on eBay and see. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I guess I'd separate them into... Because I have some individual magazines. Edge magazine is one that still exists, I think. Like a general gaming magazine in the UK. I have some copies of that. I have some official... I could sell those ones individually, maybe. And then do a listing for... Oh, I lost money? What? Do a listing for like the larger collections all in one. I'll see. Like, I wonder whether it's worth... That's better than selling it to a local store. Because we have a store in the UK called CEX. And they buy stuff, but at a big discount. I also have a bunch, like, boxes of old DVDs of movies. Again, I would like to hold on to them, but it's a space thing. Don't have the space. And selling it to Like CEX, they pay you 1 pence per DVD. So it's just like, it wouldn't be worth the petrol going into town to sell it.
Hey, Whip!
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's kind of fruitless talking about it unless I actually do it. So I could list it and just see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I did as well. One thing I always feel sad about is I've always looked after my video game, like, stuff, right? Games, consoles, everything. And my N64 collection was pretty big. I remember used to having like 40 odd games, maybe 50. I had a lot of games. And I sold them. I sold them to a local game store in order to be able to buy a GameCube, which was the next console. And at the time, like, I don't regret it. Like, at the time, that was the only way I was going to be able to get the console. But all of the boxes were in pristine condition. Talking like perfect condition. All cartridges pristine. All boxes uncreased, unbent, nothing wrong with them. Manuals in there, perfect condition. And I sold all of those. And I remember in particular seeing this guy scan the games to like work out how much they were worth. And I sold Wave Race 64 for £2. I got £2 for it. Looking back now, it's heartbreaking. At the time, I was like, but I'm going to get the next console. So, like, I was what, like 12 or something at this point? So, again, I don't regret it in the sense that, you know. But, yeah, I do have an N64, like, in storage. But it's an older one I picked up off of eBay years later. And I have a bunch of games, but they're all just cartridges, no boxes. But thinking of all of those games, like all of the classics, you know, GoldenEye, Mario, Zelda, they're all been worth a lot of money these days, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm attached as well. I get attached to my stuff, and it's like, I don't want to sell all of it, but some of the stuff I'm like, yeah. Like the things I'm thinking of selling in particular, like that old console, if it's worth that much, holy shit, yeah, I'm doing it. Magazines, I don't really need them. Like, I read them a lot as a kid, but don't really need them nowadays. I'm thinking of selling my Wii U because most of the games that came out on it are now available on Switch 2, and yeah, don't really need it. I think those would be good. And I've got my old Switches, which I've got a Switch 2. The old Switches don't really do anything. I've got the OLED one, and I've got the original Switch one, which needs a fan replacement. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, Fire. It's the space thing. It's the space thing. And because I'm not in my own place, right? Like, if I had my own place, I'd be like, whatever, I'm gonna keep this stuff, all of that, blah blah blah. But when I'm like occupying space in an area that's not my own, I feel more pressure to kind of make some space. You have the OLED Scarlet. Oh, nice. Mine's just the basic white one. I also have a Sega Master System with probably like, I want to say like 30 games. I have a very old Super Nintendo. It's like one I bought from someone, and it's like completely like stained with the sun, I think, whatever you call it, faded. How many games do I have for that? Probably like 20. N64 with just cartridges. GameCube I still have with its box and all of... I probably have about 100 GameCube games. That was when I started working. When I was working as a lifeguard, swimming teacher. And I would just buy games. So I had a lot of GameCube games. Some of them are very rare. I have like Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Battalion Wars, Fire Emblem, like all the games that came out late in the console's life, so not many copies were created. But I don't really want to sell those. I kind of want to keep hold of those. The Wii U though, no. The only thing I have on the Wii U that I'd want to keep elsewhere would be the HD versions of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but I'm holding out hope eventually those get ports to the Switch. Yeah, what exactly? Again, it's a space thing, right? If I had the space, I'd have my consoles and my games all on display. I think it would be cool, but I don't have the space. But yeah, I like going to the stores. Often when me and Jubaz travel, we pop into various game stores we find and see a lot of the old classics. And I'm like, oh shit, I've got that. Yeah, there's a store that opened up which deals mostly in Pokemon cards, but also other gaming cards, other card games, and other gaming stuff. And the guy who runs it is really nice. I'm hoping he's going to be able to fix my OG Switch. So I need to take that into him at some point. Because a lot of people pay more for the original Switches because they're more moddable, I believe. You picked up 3 more rare physical games. Oh, what did you get? What did you get? Where did you get them from? And how much did they cost? How rare are we talking? You've been in the market for a 3DS because you've been wanting to play the Fire Emblems? Oh, do I have... I mean, I've got my 3DS here. Do I have Fire Emblem in... No. No.
Thanks, Doc.
No. 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 Nope. I don't have Fire Emblem in here. But I do own Fire Emblem. Is it? I'm not selling. Holy shit, no. I think the... I maintain that the 3DS is probably... I always thought the 3DS was probably the best console in terms of range of software on it. Because you could play the Virtual Console, which had a whole bunch of different games. NES, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive. You had a large N64 library because a lot of the games were ported because it was, you know, similar. They were able to run N64 games. You had a GBA library, which you got. And there were so many fantastic games on there. And, of course, you could play DS games. 3DS and DS games. So, yeah, it was a fantastic console. And that's one I'll definitely keep on to. But yeah, definitely, it's not an XL. Mine was the, I got it when Ocarina of Time came out. So, it's an early one. And it's much more handheld than a Switch. You can stick it in your pocket. It's a lot more mobile. I love my Switch, and I do think the Switch is probably a better version of the 3DS, but its lack of portability is probably, its downside. Japanese copy of Bioshock 1 and 2 and a Japanese copy of Borderlands 1. Oh wow. Wait, 50 quid for the lot? Or $50 rather? Where did you get them from? Did you get them online? They were Japanese.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
It's funny because I was showing my Japanese card off to when was that doing? Oh, it was on Friday when I was streaming that detective game, and Wayne was asking about my Pokemon card collection. Japanese online seller. I'm guessing they're rare because they weren't as popular in Japan. You have a Steam machine and you can emulate. What games do you recommend? You're going to do original Ocarina of Time. That's funny, Five, because I was going to start streaming original Ocarina of Time this week. So N64. GoldenEye is great. Perfect Dark is like GoldenEye but better in my opinion. It takes the gameplay of GoldenEye, but it adds a lot more outside of the Bond universe. So yeah, go for GoldenEye Perfect Dark. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are two fantastic Zelda games. Mario 64 is still one of the best 3D platformers. Oh gosh, what else there? Banjo-Kazooie is one of the best platformers ever. What else have we got? There's so many. One of my favorites, a cult classic, is Space Station Silicon Valley. You play as a little robot. Well, you play as a robot that crashed onto a planet. And the little chip from inside the robot can go inside animals and take control of them. And you can use those animals to kill other animals and then take control of their bodies. It's such a good game. I should stream that. The banger. I can give you a list if you want, because, yeah. These are Japanese Final Fantasy last week. Japanese Final Fantasy. Not sure what that is. Yeah, I have a Japanese Gengar card. This is my Gengar binder. With my Gengars inside. And I have one. Oh, there's Japanese. So if you look at it, it actually has English text on the card. But that's because it's the Japanese version. The text is Japanese for the move in the English version. I do not believe I have any other Japanese things. Might have a Japanese Snorlax? I'd have to check. Only Japanese game I was close to getting was a game called Sin and Punishment, which is made by Treasure. They're the people that made Ikaruga. If any of these mean anything to anyone. And Sin and Punishment was Japanese only, and I really wanted to play it, but it was Japan only N64 game. They then released Sin and Punishment on the Virtual Console on the Wii, so I was able to play it in the end. So yeah. Hi Jordan, I void till I gale. Yeah, that's the name of the move, void gale. But I think the Japanese, I don't think that's not my rarest Gengar, but I don't have any of the super. My rarest Gengar is probably worth like 60 quid, which is crazy for a piece of card. But you can get ones that are worth like thousands or even tens of thousands. Gengar is an expensive boy. You like Ikaruga? Ikaruga's great. You can get it on Steam these days. But yeah, Treasure used to make really good shooting games like that. You have cake? We have some Dundee cake if you want that. There's one slice left downstairs. It is dried fruit, so raisins, sultanas. They are soaked in whiskey overnight. And then you make this very moist fruit cake with almond flour and shaved almonds on the top. It's very nice. You got some One Piece stuff, and stuff went up to like 1,000. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I've got some fairly rare things, but I don't have anything that valuable, I don't think. You have 151 Pokemon full set? The 151 series? Or the original base set? The new 151, okay. See, I collect the original ones from 1999. Oh, my big ass binder here. And the Charizard for that one is very expensive. But yeah. That's like from this. These were the first ones ever released. So yeah, I have like, I don't know if I can show you guys on webcam. Bam! It's me, I'm big. I have to be careful because some of these are worth a lot of money and I don't want to crease them. But yeah, so like the original boyos. So yeah, I've got like the original base set ones, and then it goes into jungle. Then it goes into the fossil ones, and then you've got Team Rocket, for example. Got to be very careful. Like that's first edition Dark Alakazam. You can see the first edition stamp on it. like gold dust. I have a lot of first edition. Oh, this one's probably the most valuable one. Dark Charmeleon. This one can't be hollow. I don't have the first edition hollow for Dark Alakazam, just the regular one. So that's the first edition Dark Charmeleon. Yeah, I guess I picked up a lot of the first editions when I was a kid. The only other thing that I've got that is kind of sentimental to me is this one, which is, so there's 4 of these that you got given for the first movie. And this was the Pokemon first movie that came out. And that was the card that was given to me when I went to watch the movie. Yeah. I'm going to put that away now before I damage anything. 600 calories of cardboard there. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, looks like I'm scooting again. I've seen someone eat a base set holographic Charizard, which, if you grade it, can be worth tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. Oh shit, what game? I seen a video of a guy eating one, and the guy I was saying that worked in that shop, I explained to him the story about like the old N64 stuff, and he was just like, yeah, like we're dumb when we're kids. And I'm like, I guess, like, you know, we don't know any better. He was like, no, I knew better. He decided he had a base set Charizard, and he flushed it down the toilet. A card that's probably would have been worth 5 to 6 figures. He flushed down the toilet when he was a kid. By the way, there's no music because no one's requested anything, just saying. So yeah, so have you ever feel dumb? Are most of those from when you were a kid? Yeah. They're from when I was a kid. I collected them as a kid, and then I was like super into Pokemon, I guess, when I was that age. Then when I got I don't even know how to play. Music's fucked up. Why did he flash it? I don't know. He said he didn't know either. He just wanted to. He said he just wanted to see, like, he thought it would be funny to see a Pokemon card go down the toilet. Yeah, so they're all from when I was a kid, and then I had these little binders with that I got from Spain, and I just kind of stuffed them in there, and then years later it was like, oh, why can't I hear anything? What's going on? You guys hear anything? It says it's playing, but it's not playing. Yeah, and then years later I was like, huh, maybe I should organize these, and then I organized them, and I had I don't know what's going on. Song requests are fucked up. And I put them all into a big binder and realized I had most of the collection, and I started collecting a few more. I was like, oh, I'll try and finish the collection. And every so often I might do that, but obviously over the past few years I haven't, because it's, I don't know, just money is an issue, and the price of Pokemon cards these days is ridiculous. I don't know why this isn't working, by the way. Stream Elements is shit the bed. If you guys said you requested, I believe you, but it wasn't working, and now I've refreshed and then it won't work. So I don't know what to tell you. What did you do with your common cards? You have lots of bulk Pokemon cards, but you got space. So I don't have that many. I think I just tried to get one of everything when I was a kid. Tried to like complete the sets, so to speak. So I have very few duplicates. Of those I have them like in a pile somewhere. Maybe one day I'll try and sell them or something as bulk, and yeah. I don't know, it's not something I focus too much on. Price of cards have gone up since COVID? Yes, but most of it is because of dumb influencers who have fucked up the Pokemon market. People like Logan Paul, who... It's the whole thing. There's like a grading thing that maybe isn't as trustworthy as it should be, and there are influencers who buy a lot. There's a guy that's, in my opinion, absolutely terrible because he owns like 100 or more of the original Charizards, which are worth a lot of money, and he likes to talk about how his collection's worth $50 million and all of this. In reality, what all you're doing is removing it from people who just want to collect stuff. So yeah, and scalpers, as a result, more and more people scalp and try and buy and sell stuff, and you know. Thank you, No Mood. There was a stat somewhere saying Pokemon cards value is going up more than gold and silver. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, we're talking about bits of cards, and I get like things are collectible, but it's almost artificially inflated by a lot of things. Artificially inflated by scalpers hoarding everything, influencers getting their cards graded at excessive things, and paying ridiculous prices and having it influence the market. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like with anything. Once scalpers get involved, and once people think that there's money to be made, they ruin it. So, random diagnostic. Like, when you look at content online over cards, you get some wholesome channels where they're like, oh, these kids are trying to get into Pokemon cards. Like, I'll give them some free packs, or I'll give them this. Yeah. And then you get people being like, yo, this thing's worth 30 grand. I'm willing to pay 28 grand. Holy shit! Like, is that content? I don't know. Is it content to see people spending $30,000 on one card? I don't know. Maybe some people find that entertaining. I find it like, if people want to do that and if that's how much things are worth, fine. But like, that's what they operate their content. Yeah, people love hearing big money. Yeah. Make sure the audio. It's not the audio channel. Like, it's I can't even hear it either. That's the problem. Someone request a song. See what happens. I don't know. Don't know what's happened. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's people, kids love seeing everyone like flaunt the cash, you know.
Here they come.
Maybe Stream Elements is just shit in the bed.
Let's get 'em.
Okay, let me. Okay, songs have been added to the queue. Okay, let's go. Still can't hear anything. My game is lagging like shit. What the fuck is going on? Okay, well I'm closing that because apparently Stream Elements is fucked up. No, it's not that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on, guys. Maybe my PC needs a restart. You watch YouTuber when you chose his rare cards by opening the mega expensive packs? Yeah, like... It's an I guess it's the same reason people watch MvM, right? Or people unboxing stuff. Open rare thing, hopefully get something rare inside. It's a cool little adventure. But then you get people buying and selling shit for a lot of money, and that's like, you're just, I don't know. Oh, Mr. Beast is big. Probably kids just like hearing big numbers. Oh yeah. $10,000 if you eat this baked bean. I'm gonna lock you in a cabinet and leave you underground. If you don't die, I'll give you $500,000. Yeah, you get a lot of like vendors who live stream themselves at conventions, and they buy and sell cards. That's their business, I guess. But a lot of the big ones do things like when they see kids, they'll, you know, give them a free card or give them a discount or whatever, and then when what the fuck is going on? Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's wholesome to do that, you know, because, you know, it's done in the right way. I don't know. I just like I just like one day I'd like to have the complete collection of everything in that binder. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I won't. But I'm doing it because it's like the generation of Pokemon that means a lot to me, and you know, takes me back. I don't do it because I want to have the most expensive one and talk about how I have a thing worth, you know, $25 million. Like, that's not my motivation. But that seems to be the motivation of a lot of people. You'll be left in the closet until you come out. And when you do, like, I've never watched a Mr. Beast video. I only see, like, the things people say. I'm locking you in a supermarket until, like, whenever you get $1,000 a day. I could stay in there indefinitely. You kidding me? $1,000 a day? Stay in there a couple of years, come out, generational wealth.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Exactly. Just like, and that should be the same with anything people collect. TF2 items. Like, I always remember people would come into my stream and be like, why'd you have Scorching? Why do you upgrade to Burning Flames hats? Like, because Scorching's my favorite. That's why I have it. I don't want burning hats on every class. I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I go with the things that I like. But then there are people who just can't comprehend that you wouldn't like the most valuable thing. It's the thing that's most expensive. You must like it. No. Top 3 veg, go. That's difficult. That's fucking difficult because it depends on the circumstances. Is potato a veg? It's a starch, so I'm not considering it a veg. Otherwise, potato is easy. Onion, easy. Top 3. Regardless. Potato, broccoli, carrot. No, onion, sorry. Potato isn't... Potato. If a potato is a vegetable, then it's potato. But I would consider potato a starch. From a culinary point of view. So potatoes and onions, obviously. Garlic I would consider not a vegetable, I would consider that like a herb seasoning thing. Yeah, like if your dream hat happens to be the most valuable hat, fair enough. Go for it. But chasing something just because it's expensive for me is like an odd motivation. Oh, tomatoes. Shit, I forgot about tomatoes. Tomato fruit. Yeah, if potatoes count, potatoes top 3. If it doesn't, this is the final wave. Gamba, 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 gamba. What's the best drop I've ever gotten from MvM? Probably Aussie rocket launcher. If potato counts, then it's potato, onion, tomato.
5, 4, 3,
I don't think potato counts.
1.
So I say onion, tomato,
Play ball.
carrot. Oh yeah, I got an Islander as well. Yeah, so maybe Islander was the best one. Yeah, cucumber's also a fruit. But what is it they say? Like, knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. Like, yeah, legally it's a fruit, but for all intents and purposes it's also a vegetable. But if we're excluding it on that basis, then onion, carrot, broccoli. Thing is, I like all veg really. I love Brussels sprouts, like sweet potato. I love a parsnip. I love peas actually. I'm a big fan of peas. I like corn. Lettuce is one that I'm like not too bothered about, to be honest. Give or take lettuce. It's the most boring part of a salad.
Heads up, engineers. A sentry buster has entered the area.
Onion for the flavor, or do you actually like eating onions? I can have raw onion in a salad. Red or white. I've eaten a raw onion like an apple in the past. So my Highlander team was called Strong Opinions. But because we couldn't put opinion, you know when you type in the thing when you ready up in TF2, you couldn't fit anything in. You couldn't fit that in there. So we used to type the word onion. So then some people used to refer to us as Strong Onions. And when we went to Deutschland, we all ate a raw onion as like a psyching up thing before the land started. So yeah, I really like onion. Hey King, what's going on, dude? Yeah, this is our last mission. Would I have cauliflower in my top 5? I don't know, man. It's difficult. This is what I mean. I like a lot of veg. Cauliflower cheese is really nice. My favorite veg mix I have is broccoli, carrot, and cauliflower. Steamed veg, really nice. Cheese and yeah, onion goes with a lot of things. Cheese and onion sandwich is good. But your breath stank? Yeah. It did. Raw onion on a cheese toast. Pizza as an add-on to a sandwich. Yeah, I like onion on pizza in a sandwich. Like raw in a sandwich or cooked in a toasty. It wasn't a pan, it was this. Don't try and bait me. Ha. Dueling minigame.
Oh, yeah.
Hat and a diamond. Whoa, I'm winning. Well, believers, you got your result earlier. Me, no. 7 months. 7 months. It's rough. It's rough out here. It's not good. Anyway. Right. I've got you guys. I've got a question for you guys. So tomorrow we're going to try and finish the game The Mermaid Mask, which is that detective game we started on Friday. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Wednesday, I was thinking I do Ocarina of Time. Start fresh, just chill playthrough. Just play through the game. Some of you have not seen the game before. I'd like to play the game before the remake comes out. Just chill. Thursday, I don't know if I can stream. We will see. If I can continue Ocarina. But should I do it like Ocarina of Time, bang, bang, bang? Or should I do a different game on Friday? Think about it. No need to decide now. But on Friday, we could start a new game, do something different. So yeah. Would I be up for some randomizer? Maybe in the future, maybe later in the year. We'll see. Because I'd like to do chill playthroughs of both N64 games and then maybe some of the other Zeldas. But yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to finish Detective Game. And do you watch you play it or do you play it yourself first? That is entirely up to you. If you watch me, then I'll be doing absolutely everything in the game because I know it inside out at this point. I'll just be doing regular, not Master Quest. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thanks for joining me. And thanks to those of you who are playing. And